Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, the Cubs enter play 31 games over 500 and 18 games up on the Cardinals for the Central Division lead. The Cubs are taking off on a road trip, which will include 3 games in Washington and then a trip to the Rocky Mountains to play the Colorado Rockies. The Cubs, for today's game, are going to send Brent Suter out to the mound. He's making start number 19 with a 5-4 record. He has a 3.54 ERA and a 1.04 WHIP. Cubs lineup today will be Hoerner, Correa, Rizzo, Bryant, Harper, Santana, Springer, Amaya, and Suter batting ninth. For Washington, Zack Godley will be on the mound. He is making start number 20 with a 6-6 record, 4.17 ERA and a 1.44 WHIP. The lineup for the Nationals will include Turner, Kaboom, Soto, Robles, Braun, Eaton, Garcia, Godley batting 8th, and Rowdy Reed batting 9th. It is 83 degrees, the wind blowing out to left at 8 mph. The Nationals, coming into today's game, are playing 1 game over 500 and 3rd place in the NL East standings. As Hoerner steps into the plate, we have a 2-1 count, and Godley is looking for the sign. He is towing the rubber, and here comes the pitch. Grounder towards second. Hoerner's counterpart has it, throwing over to first for out number 1. Correa now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Here is the pitch to Carlos Correa. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Correa goes down swinging for out number 2. Big curveball right there from Zack Godley. And that'll bring up Anthony Rizzo. 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here is the pitch to Rizzo and a pop-up on the infield. He hit it against the shift, but plenty of time for the third baseman to recover and get under it for out number 3. The Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Suter facing Turner, bottom of the first inning. Turner with 13 home runs, 296 average on the season. Here's a 1-2 count. And Brent Suter is delivering the pitch. Popped up to right. Going back is Harper toward the warning track. He's going to make the play, and that is out number 1. Kaboom now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Suter looking for the sign and the delivery. Lined into center field. Going back is Springer. He's on the warning track. He jumps and he misses it. So it's over his head all the way to the wall. That is going to be a 1-out double for Carter Kaboom to straightaway center field for the Washington Nationals. First hit of the ball game. Juan Soto now the batter. 1 out, runner on second. Suter facing Soto with a full count. Here it comes.
Strike 3.
Strike 3 is called on the outside corner. That was a nasty slider, and Soto just froze watching it break right across the plate. So now with 2 outs and nobody on, Victor Robles is the next batter. He is facing Suter with 2 outs and runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 ball is the count. There's a grounder toward short. Correa picks it. He throws over to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs retire the Nationals. The runner is stranded. There are no runs scored. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Kris Bryant facing Zack Godley here in the top of the second inning, leading off for the Cubs. 2-ball count. And Bryant drives it into the gap in left center field. That's going to be off the wall. Bryant heading for extra bases. He is heading into second. He will slide in with a leadoff double here in the top of the second inning. Kris Bryant absolutely tattooed that ball out into left center field. And now Bryce Harper is the batter, facing his former teammates here in Washington. Godley facing Harper in the top of the second inning. Go ahead run on second base. And there's a drive to deep left center field. I think Harper got all of that one. He found the seats. 2-0 Cubs here in the top of the second inning, and Bryce Harper is getting booed by the home crowd. 407 feet, about 8 rows deep in the left center field stands. 2-0 Cubs here in the top of the second inning. Danny Santana now the batter. With nobody out and nobody on, 2 runs already in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Santana swinging and missing for strike 3. That was a sinker. Dove right under his bat for out number 1. Springer now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Godley working with a full count. Here is the pitch. And that is inside for ball 4. So that will send Springer down to first, bringing up Miguel Amaya. 1 out, 1 man on. Godley facing Amaya, top of the 2nd inning. Here comes the first, the throw over to first on the pickoff. And he is out. They caught Springer sleeping over at first base. So that is the 2nd out of the inning. Amaya now facing Godley with 2 outs and nobody on. 1 strike is the count. Amaya grounds it up the middle. Shortstop has it. There's no throw to first, however. He loses it on the transfer, and that is going to be ruled an infield single for Miguel Amaya. So, with the sacrifice not an option, Brent Suter is going to be swinging the bat here in the top of the 2nd inning with 2 outs, 2 runs already in, and a runner on first. Suter facing Godley with a 1-strike count. Here is the delivery, and a grounder up the middle. Second baseman has this one. The throw over to first, and the inning is over. The Cubs score twice on the Bryce Harper home run. They strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the 2nd of a 2-0 Chicago lead. And that was Bryce Harper's 14th home run of the season. Suter now facing Ryan Braun. With the Nationals down by 2, here's a 2-1 count and the pitch to Braun. And he drives it into center field. Going back is Springer. Looks like he has a line on it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Eaton now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike is the count. Here is the pitch to Adam Eaton. And a liner past the third baseman in left field. That is going to be a 1-out single for Adam Eaton as he heads over to first, stopping after a wide turn. And now Luis Garcia is the batter with 1 out and 1 man on. Suter working. 1 strike is the count. Liner up the middle. There's another base hit. Springer has it this time. The throw goes to the cutoff man as the runner stops at 2nd. And now the Nationals have a rally going here in the 2nd inning with 1 out, 2 men on, and Zach Godley is the batter. And Godley is probably going to be asked to lay down the sacrifice right here. We'll see what happens. Here is the first pitch. The bunt is laid down. It's over toward third. Bryant has it. He throws to first. They get the force for the 2nd out of the inning. The runners advancing to 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Bringing up Reed. Rowdy Reed is batting with 5 home runs, 27 RBIs, and a .256 batting average. He is facing Brent Suter with 2 outs and 2 men on in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Suter with the first pitch to Reed. And it's a grounder toward third. Bryant has it. He throws over to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs escape the jam as Suter induces the ground ball to get out of the inning. Horner now leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 3rd. Facing Godley for the 2nd time today. Here's a full count pitch to Nico Horner. And he takes strike 3 at the knees. That is out number 1. Godley's 3rd strikeout of the game. Carlos Correa now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Here is the pitch from Godley. And a liner up the middle. He nearly took Godley's head off. That was a line shot into center field for a single off the bat of Carlos Correa. Godley was lucky to duck out of the way of that one. Rizzo now the batter with 1 out and a runner on first. Cubs up by 2. Rizzo waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Driving into left center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. Stopping at 2nd is Correa. The Cubs now have a rally of their own going. With 1 out, runners on first and 2nd. Chris Bryant coming up to the plate. He hit a double his last time up off Godley. Let's see how this at-bat goes. 2 strikes is the count to Bryant. And he lines that one toward the third baseman. The throw goes to 2nd. The relay to first. And that is a 5-4-3 double play. So the Cubs do not score. They strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 3rd of a 2-0 Cub lead. Trey Turner leading off for the Nationals in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Suter working. 3-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Trey Turner. And a liner into right field. That's going to get all the way down in the corner for extra bases. Chasing is Harper down toward the foul pole. The throw comes back into the infield, but Trey Turner has a leadoff stand-up double here in the bottom of the third inning. And now Carter Kaboom is the batter with a runner on second, nobody out. Suter is working with a 2-ball count. Here's the pitch. Lined into right field again. That's going to drop in for another base hit. Harper plays it on the hop. The throw comes home. The runner stops at third. And now the Nationals have first and third with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. Juan Soto now is the batter. And we are getting right into the heart of the Nationals lineup. With the Cubs up by 2, there are 2 men on, nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. Suter working to Soto. Here is the 1-strike count and the pitch from Suter. And a liner into center field. That's going to be another base hit. 1 run is going to score. Springer has it. He throws to the cutoff man. And now the Nationals have cut the Cubs lead in half. That's a 2-1 ball game. And it is going to be time to warm up a reliever. Today we are going to warm up Logan Webb. We're also going to visit the mound, and Suter says, "I feel great." Well, and that's all well and good, but he's given up 3 straight base hits here in the third inning, which has allowed a run to score. Cubs now hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Nobody out, 2 men on. Victor Robles is the batter. He has 20 home runs on the season. Here's the 1-1 count and the pitch to Robles. Liner into center field, coming in fast is Springer. He makes the running catch for out number 1. The runners have to quickly scurry back to their bases to avoid being doubled off, and that'll bring up Ryan Braun with 1 out and 2 men on. Braun facing Suter. Here comes the first pitch. Lined into right field, that's going to drop in for a base hit. Coming in is Harper. He charges, he throws home. The throw, it's cut off by the pitcher. So the Nationals now have the bases loaded with 1 out, and Adam Eaton is the batter here in the bottom of the third inning. Adam Eaton is 1 for 1 already today. Suter is facing Eaton in the bottom of the third inning. Here comes the first pitch. Grounder back toward the mound. The throw goes to home, and then there's no relay to first, so they get the force at home to prevent the run from scoring. Eaton is safe at first on a fielder's choice, and now Garcia is the batter with 2 outs and the bases still loaded in the bottom of the third inning. So Suter is going to be facing the lefty Garcia, and let's see if he can get out of this inning. Here comes the full count pitch. Driven into right, chasing, a diving play by Bryce Harper, who saves a couple of runs, gets the 3rd out of the inning. Man, Bryce Harper literally just saved the Cubs lead right there. So the Nationals leave the bases loaded. The inning ends on an amazing defensive play by Bryce Harper in right field. We go to the top of the 4th of a 2-1 Chicago lead. And now, Bryce Harper gets to lead off in the top of the 4th inning. He had a home run his first time up. Let's see what he's going to do against Godley here in the top of the 4th inning. 2 strikes is the count. Here comes the pitch to Harper. And he drives that one deep down the right field line. Harper has got 2 home runs in today's ball game. Bryce Harper has just given the Cubs a 3-1 lead. He is doing it all today. 391 feet down the right field line. That ball got out of the ballpark in a hurry. Home run number 15 now for Bryce Harper on the season. And Danny Santana is the next batter. With the Cubs up by 2, here's the 1-2 count and the pitch to Santana. And he swings and misses for strike 3. So that's Godley's 4th strikeout that he's notched on the day. Bringing up George Springer with 1 out, nobody on. Godley facing Springer with a 2-strike count. Here is the pitch. Strike 3 is called. 2nd out of the inning, and now Miguel Amaya is the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Godley working. 2-2 is the count. Here it comes. Grounded toward 3rd. Picked up and thrown over to 1st, and the inning is over. So the Cubs score again with another bomb off the bat of Bryce Harper. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 3-1 in favor of Chicago. Suter gets to face the pitcher, the number 9 batter, and then the top of the Nationals lineup here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Let's see if Suter has more success this inning. Suter facing Godley. Here comes the first pitch. Lined into center field, that's a base hit. Godley leads off the inning with a single. So we're not going to have hardly any patience for Mr. Suter in this half inning. Rowdy Reed is coming up to the plate. Logan Webb is ready to come in. Suter just gave up a single to the pitcher. That's the 8th hit that he's allowed in this ball game. And after the way the last half inning went, I think we're going to bring in Logan Webb, but we're going to bring him in on a double switch. So Logan Webb is going to come in to the number 8 spot, and he is going to pitch. And Buster Posey is going to be the new catcher, and he is going to be brought in to the number 9 spot and will lead off in the next half inning. So Logan Webb now is going to face Rowdy Reed. Bottom of the 4th inning, Cubs up by 2. Runner on first and nobody out. Here comes the pitch from Logan Webb. He is looking for the sign. And the delivery. Line toward the third baseman. He plays it on a hop. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. That's a 5-4-3 double play. And just like that, there are 2 outs and nobody on. Trey Turner now the batter. Logan Webb working with 2 outs, nobody on base. Bottom of the 4th inning. Webb with the delivery. Here it comes. Lined into right field, coming in fast as Harper. He's going toward the wall, and he's going to have to play it off the wall. So Harper throwing it toward the cutoff man. That is going to be a 2-out double for Trey Turner, and man, does that double play sure look huge. Carter Kaboom now is the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Webb working, bottom of the 4th inning. 1 ball is the count. Here comes the pitch. Popped up to center field, going back is Springer toward the wall, and he's going to play it off the wall. That ball just kept carrying, so that is going to be an RBI double, as the Nationals have now made this a 3-2 ball game. George Springer was able to get it back into the infield quickly enough, I suppose, to allow or to prevent him from getting a triple out of it. Juan Soto now is the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Webb facing Soto. Do we intentionally walk Soto here? I mean, Soto is burning candles over there in the Nationals dugout. He is hitting .348 with 32 home runs and 91 RBIs. That's a full season total, a respectable full season total, and we're only on July 23rd right now. So Webb facing Soto with a 1-run lead, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning, and we're going to intentionally walk Soto, put him on first with first base open. So Soto heads down to first, and we're going to pitch to Victor Robles. With 2 outs and 2 men on, we got the force at first, second, or third. Here comes the first pitch to Victor Robles. And there's a drive into left, going back is Santana, and he makes the sliding catch to end the inning. Well, I'm not going to say that's the way I wanted it to turn out, but it worked. So the Nationals do get another run back. The Cubs take a 1-run lead into the top of the 5th inning. And now Buster Posey is going to lead off against Zach Godley here in the top of the 5th. With a 3-1 count, here is the pitch to Buster Posey. And a grounder toward third, picked up by the third baseman. The throw over to first, and Buster Posey, somehow busting it down the line, manages to beat that up for an infield single. Well, I guess there's a first time for everything. Nico Hoerner now the batter, with a runner on first, nobody out, top of the 5th inning. Godley facing Hoerner with a 1-strike count. And there's a grounder back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. The throw goes to first, and Hoerner beats it out for an infield single. Unbelievable back-to-back infield singles for the Cubs to lead off the top of the 5th inning. And now Carlos Correa is the batter. With 2 men on, nobody out. It's really too bad that the lead runner is Buster Posey. As much as he showed some dramatic speed beating out that infield single, I can't lead a stolen base attempt with Buster Posey. So Correa now batting against Godley with nobody out, runners on first and second. Here's the 1-strike pitch to Correa, and he's going to loop that one over the first baseman's head into right field. Everybody is going to hold because they thought that that was going to be caught. The runners hesitated, not sure whether or not the first baseman was going to make that play. So now the bases are loaded with nobody out. Anthony Rizzo is coming up to the plate for the Cubs to face Zach Godley. Rizzo is 1 for 2 already today. Here comes the full count pitch to Anthony Rizzo. And he drives that one down the right field line on a diving play by the Nationals right fielder. He makes the play. So that is the first out of the inning. However, Rizzo is credited with an RBI sacrifice fly as the runner on third tags up and scores. The runner on second tags up and advances to third. So now the Cubs have a 4-2 lead, and Chris Bryant is the next batter. Bryant also 1 for 2 today, facing Godley with 1 out and runners on the corners. Cubs now up by 2 again. Here comes the pitch to Bryant, and it gets away. The run is going to score from third, and the Cubs now have a 5-2 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. That's scored a wild pitch by Godley. And the runner on first also advancing to second. Bryant now batting with 1 out, runner on second. Cubs up by 3. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Chris Bryant. And he pops it up to center field. The center field adjusting toward left center, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So that will bring up Bryce Harper. Harper is going to face a new reliever from the Nationals bullpen. Mario Sanchez comes into the game. With 40 2/3 innings thrown, he has 12 walks, 34 strikeouts, and a 3.98 ERA. He is facing Harper, who is 2 for 2 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs in today's ballgame. Sanchez working to Harper. Full count. Here comes the pitch. Sanchez looking for the sign. And the delivery. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So, the Cubs do score twice. They strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 5-2 ball game. And Webb coming out for inning of work number 2. He is going to face Ryan Braun to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Nationals. Here's a 1-2 count. Logan Webb looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. Check swing for strike 3. So Braun gets the strikeout, and that is out number 1. Eaton now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Webb working with another 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And strike 3 is called at the knees. That time, Eaton complains to the umpire, but that is out number 2. Webb now facing Garcia with 2 outs and nobody on. Webb working with a full count. Here is the pitch to Garcia. And a swing and a miss to end the inning. So Logan Webb strikes out the side. We go to the top of the 6th with the Cubs up by 3. And now Danny Santana facing Sanchez here in the top of the 6th inning. Santana leading off for the Cubs. He's 0 for 2 today. Waiting for the full count pitch from Sanchez. That's a pop-up to short center field. Coming in fast. The center fielder looks up and makes the play for out number 1. Springer now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Sanchez facing Springer with a 1 strike count. Here is the pitch. Grounded toward third. Third baseman picks it up. Thrown over to first. That is going to be out number 2. Logan Webb now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. Top of the 6th inning. You know, Webb has only thrown 19 pitches. We're going to let him continue to work another inning here in today's ball game. Sanchez facing Webb in the top of the 6th inning. Well, you know, no, because using a pinch hitter with 2 outs and nobody on, just, it seems like a little bit of a waste. So Sanchez facing Webb, 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded towards short. Picked up and thrown over to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the, or bottom of the 6th inning of a 5-2 Chicago lead. Webb is now going to face one-time Cubs Starlin Castro to lead off for the Nationals in the bottom of the 6th inning. Castro, pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot, is batting .264 on the season with 7 home runs and 27 RBIs. Webb working to Castro. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch. And Castro lines it into center field. That'll be a leadoff single. So Castro rounding first, but heading back to the base. Runner on first now, nobody out, and Rowdy Reed is the batter. And you know, we are going to, in fact, we're going to warm up Blake Taylor. And we are going to warm up the flavor of the day out of the bullpen, Joe Jimenez. And we're going to get these guys going in case if we need some additional relief help here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Webb now working to Reed. Runner on first, nobody out. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Rowdy Reed. And he lines that one down the left field line. That's going down into the corner. So extra bases for Reed. The runner's heading for third. He is going to stop. That will be a double for Rowdy Reed. The Nationals now have second and third with nobody out in the bottom of the sixth inning. Trey Turner now the batter. We're going to visit the mound. He has yet to break a sweat. Well, his manager is breaking a sweat. So for whatever that's worth. Trey Turner now the batter. Second and third, nobody out. Cubs up by 3 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Logan Webb trying to work from the stretch. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch to Trey Turner. And he pops it up very high into left field. Going over is Santana. He makes the catch. The throw comes home, and the throw is going to be... The throw is late. So the tag is just a little bit late. Castro scores from third. The Cubs now have a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the sixth inning. There is still one out and a runner on second. Carter Kaboom now is the batter for the Nationals. With one out, one man on, Webb facing Kaboom here in the bottom of the sixth inning. 1-2 is the count. Logan Webb delivers. There's a liner into right, coming in fast as Harper. He plays it on the hop, however. The throw is coming all the way home, and it is late. So the runner is safe at home. Kaboom has a RBI single, and now this is a 5-4 ball game in the bottom of the sixth inning. And so now Juan Soto comes up to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI today. And we're going to bring in Blake Taylor to face Juan Soto here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Taylor, coming out of the Cubs bullpen, has thrown 40 and a third innings, walked 19, struck out 43 with a 4.02 ERA. Taylor facing Soto with one out, runner on first in the bottom of the sixth inning. Cubs are nursing a 1-run lead, trying to make it hold up here. Full count. Blake Taylor looking for the sign. Here comes the pitch. And is low for ball 4, so he walks Soto, which is nowhere near the worst possible outcome from that at-bat. And that means that now Joe Jimenez is going to be brought into this ballgame to face Victor Robles. Jimenez comes into the game having thrown 38 and 2/3 innings, walked 8, struck out 51 with a 2.79 ERA. Jimenez facing Robles with one out, runners on first and second in the bottom of the sixth inning. Cubs still up by 1. Here comes the 1-strike count and the pitch from Jimenez. He is looking for the sign. And here's the delivery. Oh, and he hits him in the knee. So now the bases are loaded. The Cubs are still up by 1. The tying run is 90 feet away. And Jimenez now is going to face a pinch hitter, Jurickson Profar, off of the Nationals bench. Profar has 5 home runs, 21 RBIs, and a .254 batting average on the season. Jimenez really needs a ground ball right here. Ground ball or a strikeout, I suppose, either way. So Jimenez facing Profar. 3-ball count. Here is the pitch. It is high for ball 4. So Jimenez issues the walk, which ties the ball game here at the bottom of the sixth inning. And that means, well, I guess we will warm up Liam Hendriks. We're going to visit the mound. He says, I'm not laboring at all. Jimenez facing Eaton with the bases loaded, 1 out, and a tie ball game here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Jimenez working. 3-ball count. Low for ball 4. Jimenez walks in another run, and now the Nationals have a 6-5 lead as 4 runs have scored here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Garcia now the batter. Bases still loaded. 1 out, bottom of the sixth. Jimenez working to Garcia. Here comes the 2-ball count and the pitch. Popped up, short left field. Coming in fast as Santana. He makes the catch. The runners do not attempt to tag up in advance. And that is out number 2. So now Starlin Castro comes up. He is 1 for 1. And I believe he already scored in this inning. So Jimenez facing Castro in the bottom of the sixth inning. Here comes the 2-strike pitch. And a check swing for strike 3. So Jimenez recovers to get the strikeout and end the inning. However, the Nationals score 4 times, taking a 6-5 lead into the top of the 7th inning. Buster Posey now is going to lead off against Tanner Rainey here in the top of the 7th inning. Rainey has thrown 36 innings, walked 34, struck out 52 with a .350 ERA. Posey faces Rainey in the top of the 7th. 1-1 is the count. Buster Posey waiting for the pitch. And here it comes. And a grounder toward third, picked up by the third baseman, thrown over to first, and Buster Posey does not beat that one out for an infield single. He is thrown out for the first out of the inning. Nico Hoerner is the next batter. He's 1 for 3 today, facing Rainey with 1 out in the top of the 7th. First pitch to Nico Hoerner. Here it comes. Oh, and Hoerner is hit by the pitch. So I guess turnabout is fair play, as a batter from each team has now been hit. Hoerner is on first now, with Correa the batter, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Reed is an above average catcher for sure. And I don't know how excited I really am to run on him. Rainey, however, is average at holding runners. So Rainey facing Correa with 1 out, the runner on first here in the top of the 7th inning. Full count pitch to Correa. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Rainey gets the strikeout. Correa definitely chased one that was low. And now Anthony Rizzo the batter. And a new pitcher is coming out of the Nationals bullpen. Steven Okert is the new pitcher. He has thrown 35 innings, walked 13, struck out 32 with a .566 ERA. So Okert faces Rizzo with 2 outs and the runner on first in the top of the 7th inning. Cubs down by 1. Rizzo waiting for the first pitch from Okert. Here it comes. And he grounds it over to first. Picked up by the first baseman. He steps on the base and the inning is over. So the Cubs strand a runner. We go now to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is, or top of the 7th inning. No, we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Is a 6-5 ball game. And today, George Washington wins the 7th inning stretch race. So Rowdy Reed coming up to the plate for the Nationals. And Liam Hendriks is going to be brought into this game as the new reliever. Hendriks has thrown 51 innings, 11 walks, 71 strikeouts, and a .175 ERA. Hendriks facing Reed in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 strikes is the count. Liam Hendriks looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. Liner over the first baseman's head down in the right field corner. That's going to be extra bases. Rounding first, heading for second is Reed. As the throw comes in, that's going to be a leadoff double for the Nationals here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Next up is Trey Turner. With a runner on second, nobody out. Nationals already up by 1. Hendriks working with a 1-strike count. Here is the pitch. Lined it back at the pitcher. That is the first out of the inning. He throws back to second, but the runner dives back safely. Kaboom now the batter with 1 out, the runner on scoring position. Hendriks working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Lined into center field, that's going to be another base hit. Springer, oh, it gets past him. Springer misplays it. It's going all the way to the wall. The run is going to score. That's going to be charged an error. It'll be a single and an error in center field. The run scores, and now the Nationals have a 7-5 lead. Soto now the batter with 1 out, the runner on second. Hendriks working. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch to Soto, and it's popped up. Springer adjusting toward left center field, and he makes the play cleanly for out number 2. Robles now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Hendriks working with a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch to Victor Robles, and he lines into center field. Going back is Springer. It's over his head. It's off the wall. 1 run is going to score. The Nationals now have an 8-5 lead, as that is an RBI double off the bat of Victor Robles with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hendriks now facing Walker with 2 outs, 1 man on. 2 strikes is the count. Hendriks delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 3, so the inning is over. Hendriks allows 2 more runs to score. We go to the top of the 8th of an 8-5 ball game. And now we are going to warm up Gabe Moya to pitch in the bottom of the 8th inning. Chris Bryant coming up for the Cubs. He's facing Steven Okert with the Cubs down by 3. Top of the 8th inning. Full count pitch to Chris Bryant. And he takes low for ball 4. So that is a leadoff walk, putting Bryant on first and bringing up Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper 2 for 3 with 2 home runs in today's ballgame. Okert facing Harper with a full count. Here it comes. That is low for ball 4. So just like that, the Cubs have 2 base runners. Okert executes back-to-back walks, and it brings up Danny Santana. With 2 men on, nobody out in the top of the 8th inning. Bryant and Harper are not exactly the Cubs' 2 fastest runners. Santana coming up. He is 0 for 3 today. The switch-hitting Santana batting from the right side against the lefty Okert here in the top of the 8th inning. Santana waiting for the 2-strike pitch, and he swings and misses at a fastball that was up in his eyes for out number 1. George Springer now is the batter. With 1 out, 2 men on, top of the 8th inning. Springer with 19 home runs leads the team on the season. Here comes the pitch. 1-2 is the count. And Springer swings and misses for strike 3. So that's out number 2. And now the pitcher Liam Hendricks is coming up. And we're going to pinch hit. We're going to pinch hit with Nelson Cruz. Cruz facing Okert, top of the 8th inning. 2 outs, 2 men on. Cruz with a chance to tie up this ballgame. He has 15 home runs and a .238 batting average on the season. Okert working. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch to Nelson Cruz, and he lines it into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. They're going to send the runner home. The throw comes home, the slide, and Bryant is safe. He scores on an RBI single off the bat of Nelson Cruz, making this an 8-6 ball game. That brings up Buster Posey, and Wander Suero has come out of the Nationals bullpen now. Suero has walked 9, struck out 41 in 30 innings pitched at a 5.10 ERA. So Buster Posey facing Suero with 2 outs, runners on first and second in the top of the 8th inning. Cubs already with 1 run in this inning. Suero working with a 2-ball count. Here's the pitch to Buster Posey. He is looking for the sign. Here it comes. Posey lines it down the right field line. That's going all the way into the corner. 1 run is going to score. Posey heading for second. He's got extra bases. Posey stops. No, he keeps going. He's heading for third. He is going to be... Is he out at third? Or is he safe? I can't even tell. 2 runs scored. Yes, Buster Posey was thrown out at third. However, we have a tie ball game going into the bottom of the 8th inning. And now, Gabe Moya is going to be brought into this ball game to pitch in the bottom of the 8th inning to the lower half of the Nationals lineup. He's going to face Eaton Garcia and then probably a pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot. And we are also going to have Junior Fernandez warmed up in case that we would get back around to Trey Turner this inning. Moya coming out of the Cubs bullpen. He's thrown 41 and 2/3 innings. Walked 16, struck out 41 with a 4.54 ERA. Moya facing Eaton in the bottom of the 8th inning to lead off for the Nationals. So we have a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Moya looking for the sign, and he delivers the pitch. Hopped up on the infield, foul territory. Bryant chasing, and he makes the play for out number 1. Moya now facing Garcia with 1 out, nobody on. Moya working with a 1-strike count. Here is the pitch to Garcia. And a liner into left field. Going over is Santana. He's going to play it on a hop. Kind of lackadaisical out there in left field. But that's going to be a 1-out single for the Nationals here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now, Davey Grulon is going to pinch hit for the Nationals. He has 9 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a .217 batting average on the season. So Moya facing Grulon with 1 out, runner on first, bottom of the 8th inning, tie ball game. We're going to visit the mound, give Junior Fernandez a little more of a chance to get warmed up. Moya working. Here's the 2-strike count and the pitch to Grulon. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with a nasty slider right there. So that is out number 2. And it brings up Rowdy Reed. Rowdy Reed is 2 for 4 today. And he's facing Moya with 2 outs, runner on first in the bottom of the 8th inning. Moya probably pitching in his most important situation so far this season. He's facing Reed with 2 outs, 1 man on. Here comes the first pitch from Moya. And a grounder toward third. Bryant has it. He throws to second. They get the lead runner on the fielder's choice to end the inning. So the Nationals strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 9th of an 8-8 tie. And now Nico Hoerner is going to face the Nationals closer, Zach Britton, here in the top of the 9th inning. Britton has thrown 40 innings, walked 17, struck out 53 with a 3.60 ERA. The lefty Britton will face the righty Hoerner to lead off in the top of the 9th inning. Here's the 2-2 count and the pitch to Nico Hoerner. Britton looking for the sign. Here's the delivery. And a grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it. He throws over to first for out number 1. Carlos Correa on the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Britton working with a 2-strike count. Here is the pitch to Correa. And that's a liner down the right field line. That is going to drop in for a base hit. The right fielder plays it on the hop. And Correa has a 1-out single here in the top of the 9th inning. So now Anthony Rizzo is the batter. Do we need to pinch hit for Carlos Correa? I mean, he's not particularly fast. And Estrada is actually considerably faster. And I'm pretty sure, well, so Correa is 1 point better a defensive shortstop. But I feel like that's probably worth the trade-off. Maybe? Nah, we'll hang on to Estrada. We'll save him. Correa's going to have to run the bases to try to win us this ball game. We are going to get Junior Fernandez warmed back up because he's going to pitch in the bottom of the 9th inning for sure. So Britton facing Rizzo. Top of the 9th inning. 1 out, 1 man on. Tie ball game. Rizzo waiting for the 2-ball count and the pitch from Britton. And he loops that one into right center field. That's going to drop in for another base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Correa on an aggressive base running play. Correa gets himself all the way to third. And now the Cubs have the go-ahead run 90 feet away. With 1 out, runners on the corners, and Chris Bryant is the next batter for the Cubs. He is going to face Britton. He is 1 for 3 today with the go-ahead run on third base. Bryant waiting for the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the second out of the inning. But it brings up Bryce Harper. Harper in a critical situation against his former team, playing with 2 outs in a tie ball game, runners on first and third, top of the 9th inning. Harper facing Britton. Here comes the 1-ball count. They throw over to first, and they pick off the runner on first to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 1. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the 9th of an 8-8 tie. And now, all right, we're going to visit the mound. Junior Fernandez is ready to come into this ball game. So that was absolutely a base running blunder to end the inning after the Cubs had worked so hard to get into the position to potentially win that, take the lead in the top of the 9th inning. Unreal. Junior Fernandez coming into the game now. He is going to face the top of the Nationals lineup in the bottom of the 9th inning. Fernandez facing Turner to lead off the inning. Here's the 1-strike count. Fernandez looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. And a liner down the right field line, that's going to be extra bases. Trey Turner heading around first, cruising to second. He's going to head in with a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. So Junior Fernandez now facing Carter Kieboom with a runner on second, nobody out. Fernandez in a real jam here. Here comes the full count pitch. And it is low for ball 4. So the walk is issued. And now Juan Soto is the batter. And I feel like we kind of have to pitch to Soto here with nobody out. Fernandez is going to have to figure out how to get Soto out. There's just no way around it. I'm not going to put the winning run on third base with nobody out. So Fernandez working to Soto. Here comes the 3-ball count and the pitch. And it is ball 4 inside. So that is exactly what I didn't want to have happen. And now Fernandez facing Robles with the bases loaded, nobody out. Victor Robles batting for the Nationals with a 3-1 count. And Junior Fernandez issues the walk, which ends the ball game. Junior Fernandez allowed a base hit and 3, was it 2 base hits? No. It was a base hit and 3 walks, and the Nationals win the game 9-8 in the bottom of the 9th inning. So, the Cubs' winning streak is snapped. The Nationals getting 9 runs on 18 hits with no errors. The Cubs 8 runs on 13 hits with 1 error. Zach Britton actually gets the win. He goes to 3-3, throwing 1 inning out of the bullpen, allowing 2 hits and a strikeout. Junior Fernandez gets the loss as he allowed the winning run to score. Suter only threw 3 innings, 8 hit 1-run baseball with 1 strikeout. Logan Webb threw 2 1/3 innings of 5 hits, 4-run baseball with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Blake Taylor faced a batter who scored, and Joe Jimenez did manage to issue 2 walks, get a strikeout. So the Cubs bullpen struggled. The Cubs whole pitching staff really kind of struggled today, issuing 5, 6, 7 walks in the game. Carter Kieboom is the batter of the game, player of the game. He went 5 for 5, scoring twice and driving in 3 runs. So the Cubs dropped to 68-38, while the Nationals improved to 53-51. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.